Welcome friends and subscribers. We're off on another adventure today. And in the background we see Indian television reporting on the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Let's see if we can pick up Russian TV. This looks pretty quiet, doesn't it? Considering they're at war. We can try CNN.
So there were explosions. What are you hearing? What do you see with your own eyes there, Nick?
But that's just the background to what's happening in my world. And what's happening in my world today is I'm going to go down to the Vietnamese embassy and make some inquiries about getting back to Vietnam. And please remember to subscribe to my channel. It's important. It will help me to keep making videos and getting information to you from this part of the world about all sorts of things. And click the like and button and the notification bell as well. Thank you. Thank you for watching. And we're back in a peaceful world, or peaceful part of the world. They had their own conflict outside the plantation. I picked up, there's always a tuk-tuk outside the plantation. My security guard there. So how do I feel? Well, you know, just a couple of weeks short of being in Cambodia, stranded in Cambodia for 2 years. Of course I didn't anticipate that it would be for so long. It was in increments, maybe 2 weeks at first, which sort of extended out to 6, and then 3 months, and since then it's been in 3 monthly increments. Always thinking, you know, in 3 months' time everything will be relaxed and then something else would come up, a new variant of the COVID virus. So here we are, signs that Vietnam could open in just over 2 weeks. So I'm going down to the embassy to find out what be happening, man. Oh, there's a New Zealander, a jeweler, a New Zealand guy. There's the jewelers over the road from Sweet Home Boutique Hotel. So yeah, I've got mixed feelings about going back, simply because I'm so settled now, and you know, going back involves so many unknowns. I've done quite a bit of work there, setting up to, you know, developing research materials and stuff. And you know, I don't know whether they'll give me a month in or 3 months to go back, whether I'm going to have to pack up everything and probably move to Cambodia, and if I was to do that, where should I move to and what would I do? Could keep making some travel videos, but should I go up to Siem Reap and start exploring Angkor, although that would be the hot season, or should I wait until September to go up there, or go to Phnom Penh where I'm so comfortable and everything's very, very familiar, or go back down to the coast to Kep or Kampot where I could live quite cheaply. My preference is for Phnom Penh really, because I like the city a lot, but it would depend on what sort of apartment I could find here and which area. I like the area I'm in, which I know I'd be reluctant to move out of this area, which is probably a bit more expensive than other areas. You know, I could go down to the Russian market area where a lot of foreigners live. I'd probably pick up an apartment there, a reasonable apartment, for maybe $250 US a month if I look around. There's another area just up here, I think it's called BKK. It's pretty interesting in there. All sorts of, you know, cafe culture. So I have been in there once, it looked good. It's like being in a city anywhere actually. And there we are, just going past the Independence Monument, which you can see in another of my videos. Just going to go in through this BKK area, so I'll shoot a bit of that. There's the ABA Bank. I've been interested in opening an account there. It's sort of got to that point where maybe I should have a local bank account because of various factors. It could be useful, something to keep for a long time. The National Bank of Canada group, it's got a good reputation, that bank. I guess it is walkable from where I am, although it would be maybe 4 kilometres, maybe more, I can't say really. It's very, very difficult to judge distances here simply because of the traffic. You know, the airport is only 6 kilometres from downtown, but in a tuk-tuk it generally takes at least 40 minutes to get out there, so you sort of imagine you've gone a lot further. Big building, is that it? Don't think it's big enough. I'm not sure what it is. Aha. Pizza company, I know what it is. This is the Vietnam embassy here. So we've just done a U-turn. Okay, let's go in and find out. I'll be back shortly. Thank you. This is a huge complex. And we go in here, 30, somewhere around here. I'm probably going to have to turn my camera off, but I'll give you a report back. Okay, so when Vietnam says the 15th of March, they mean the 15th of March. What I was able to ascertain there immediately was that on the 15th of March, come back and inquire about the visa and booking the tickets. And I said, well, you know, will I be able to get a 1 month or a 3 month visa? He said 15th of March. So obviously the policy hasn't been finalized yet. They're still working out the details, and I wonder if they'll be looking at what's going on in Thailand and the Philippines. So it's back to the plantation. Hello.
Hello.
you.
Yeah, well, thank you, sir.
Thank you. So from the sounds of that, it will be some time after March the 15th till I can get back to Vietnam. Maybe towards the end of the month. On the 17th of March I would have been here for 2 years. And on the 28th of February it's 2 years since I left Ho Chi Minh City for a 17-day trip to New Zealand. Really got caught out there as Vietnam just closed its borders as I was about to return. So I diverted to Phnom Penh. Phnom Penh is a little bit more, quite a bit more relaxed than Ho Chi Minh City. Ethnically and culturally they're different. There's superficial similarities. But I guess you could say that the Cambodians are more laid back. They're both friendly people, attractive people, and they're going about finding their place in the contemporary world, each in their own way. We'll go back to the hotel now and get the latest on the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Last I'd heard, Ukraine had claimed to have shot down 5 Russian aircraft and I think a helicopter. Russia denied that. But we really haven't seen much transparency and truthfulness in the events leading up to this invasion, which both the Russians and the Belarusians denied was on the agenda. Although Putin stated his case quite forcefully. No, Russia does not have bases in Canada, or Mexico, or Cuba, or Venezuela, or Nicaragua, or anywhere in that hemisphere. That's sort of the issue, isn't it? Really. What do we know? We're just people. You know, the politicians play their own game.
Tonight with their European counterparts trying to kind of coordinate their response here.
Знаете, банальная фраза, банальная мысль, что история не терпит сослагательных наклонений. Вот я неожиданно сегодня...
Okay, we're back in our room now. There's Russian TV.
7 лет известной резолюции Совбеза по поводу Минских соглашений. И вспомнил, что вот в этой студии, после последней встречи на высшем уровне в нормандском формате, из которой вышел Зеленский, потом приехал в Киев и сказал, а мы Минск...
Very flashy said.
И в этой студии я сказал, нам тогда пора выходить из Минских соглашений, потому что, а что дальше делать, если они не будут исполнять Минские соглашения?
Generally, I find Russian TV to be quite boring.
Мы-то терпели до последнего, мы до последнего говорили, да, мы верим в Минск. Мы говорили нашим партнерам, у вас
there we go.
от Минска.
Amidst a world of international tensions, I try to get my tiny little personal problems sorted out, and we're on the way. So you can also look at my video on the road to Vietnam. That's got information about what you need in terms of visa, airline ticket of course, PCR test, vaccination certificate, and you need to get a SIM card for Vietnam, which hopefully you can pick up at the airport, so you can load their QR codes. What I'm going to try to do is, I haven't really had a SIM card here in Cambodia, but I think I might get one about 2 weeks before I leave, and then I can just put various Cambodian things on it, and I don't know whether that code will be able to flick over into the Vietnamese code or not. Of course, if it was possible to cross by land, it would be a lot easier because, you know, the cell phone coverage crosses the border from both sides.
граждане, которым вы симпатизируете,
And in fact, Metphone here is in fact a Vietnamese company. In fact, I did have a Metphone SIM card and I thought it would be compatible with the SIM card I had from its parent company in Vietnam, which would have been really nice, but it didn't work, which is unfortunate. So thanks for watching, and please subscribe to the channel. I'll give you more updates as more information comes to hand. I'm sure you can follow what's happening in the Ukraine on your own through your own local media sources. But from Phnom Penh, Cambodia, thank you for watching and goodbye.